What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining us here on CrossCounter Live. My name is Gootecks, and here on CrossCounter Live, we talk about everything as it pertains to the fighting game community. We have a very special guest host filling in for my partner in crime, Mike Ross, who is on, as Steve said, in a Chinese prison, hoping that he can fight his way to freedom. Hopefully he's going to be playing AE instead of Marvel and to try to get out of that prison. But I want to welcome our very special guest host, Alex Valle. Thank you for joining us. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for inviting me back over here, and hopefully I can, pinch it for Mike.
Yeah, no problem. You have very small shoes to fill today. Mike is very... I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. His shoes are massive.
Big shoes.
But anyways, thank you for joining us. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Of course, if you guys were watching this past Sunday evening, you saw Bar Fights, which was taking place here in Los Angeles in a secret location. Well, I guess it wasn't that secret, but it was a warehouse of sorts, a photo studio to some, but we turned it into our very own thing. You guys can see some of the people lining up right now. There was a lot of fun times. Did you have fun?
Yeah, man. I think we probably missed my car. I parked around this side. But yeah, man, that event, even though I missed the first one, that second one still, I saw like, damn, this guy's onto something. And then the third, and I didn't go to the third one, but this one, man, I mean, you just hit it out of the park, man.
Thank you.
Honestly, you hit it out of the park.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a team effort. Oh man, that was one of the best moments right there. If you guys didn't get a chance to see a lot of this footage, it's because we shot it on our own cameras. And of course, Team Spooky streamed it, and we are super, super thankful to them for coming out and helping us out with that. Yeah. And of course, thanks to the Box Arena for running the Street Fighter Cross Tekken stream, which was also going on in the other room. So thanks to them, because the Box Arena really came through with all that. But let's talk about some of the matches. Yeah. I mean, we had a lot of stuff set up. Some of this stuff came out of nowhere. But I guess we can start by talking about Shiguru BMX versus Sty Mania.
Yeah.
What a heartbreaker.
Yeah, man. Shiguru, Westminster, that's where I'm from.
That's your hood, man.
That's my hood. My Vietnamese brother.
Yeah.
Regardless if you think it's a bad matchup getting into it, I mean, these guys are veterans in their character. I would at least expect a little bit more out of Shiguru's performance, but like Sty Mania, man, yeah,
what a monster!
A monster, dude. He was on point. Shout outs to Box Arena for providing him a place to play all the time with high level competition there. Yeah. So I mean, he just can't do it on his own. So it's a competition that got him there. That's
right. Yeah, those guys won the Beyond Gaming Rise of the Web Warrior qualifying tournaments, and Beyond Gaming came through with that $500 bonus that went to Sty Mania. So I'm pretty sure that fool's counting his money in San Diego right now, thinking about what he's going to spend it on.
Right.
So shout outs to him. Hope he's enjoying that. And then after that, we had Noel Brown, UVG Noel Brown, all the way from New York, taking on San Diego's TTF Dios X.
Dios X.
What did you think about that?
So Dios X, man, he's been coming up. He's been doing really well at even the Wednesday Night Fights that he came out to, Revelations that he went to, the majors. But when I saw him at the Fight Club at UMVC3 Fight Club, I saw he was really hungry.
Yeah, he was playing Clockwork, yeah.
And he was beating all the pros. Well, I mean, given that the pros were playing just experimental characters, but that look is like, I don't care who you pick, you better like come at me.
Right.
So
those eyes,
yeah. Right, come at me. So this was pretty much a good attempt to like, hey, you're not in a tournament environment. Let's see what you can really do. Ego versus ego, and see how you can handle that.
Yeah.
And he's pretty much playing against one of the biggest egos in the East Coast.
That's right. Noel Brown, widely proclaiming himself to be the best in the galaxy. showed why, and you guys can see him right there. You can see Noel popping off after he wins. I respect that, man. You know, like it takes a man of courage to go up there after he beats somebody 5-2 and be like, yeah, I bodied this dude. So that was cool. But that kind of transitions into later on when Noel was, when he had a surprise second match, which was, you know, like a lot of people would say, maybe that we planned that. We totally didn't plan that. That was just like kind of on the fly. Because, and you can see poor DSX right there on the right-hand side, looking straight at Noel when he's calling him a fraud. So that was a good way to start the night. And then afterwards, we had Fanatic and Broken Tears Clockwork go at it. And, you know, like I was there and I had to step out for a moment, you know, to go, you know, make sure everything was running smooth. And I come back and Clockwork was down. He was down 3-1, 2-1. I think it was 2-1. So. And then he just came back and beat him 4 straight.
Power of the Clockwork, man.
Power of the Clockwork, yeah. And we have a clip. Let's take a look at that clip, and you guys can check out some of the action.
Wanted to make the other one work out of loyalty.
And that's, I mean, the reason why it works better, I said before, Doom has a hard time fighting.
Wow,
that.
Amy!
Wow. Amy almost down already.
And Doom is going to go down right here.
Oh, and he tried to snap into Amy, and he did it on the killing blow.
Wow.
So the characters came in a different order, and Amy lost all that.
That was surgical.
Wow.
All right, bringing out the zoo. Not going to be enough. Oh, I like this teleport setup. Interesting.
Oh, here we go. He's going to be able to get a combo off of that. Went up for a mix-up instead. Oh, nice. Try to go for that double jump cross-up H.
Wow, great block right there from Fanatic. He scoped out the teleport to the other side.
Clockwork using that upward charge in the air to avoid those sentinel drones.
He recovers very, very fast from calling those animals.
Yeah. The animals with very low projectile durability, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh boy, lucky for Clockwork. Strider, okay, he gets the ground bounce out of the air. That causes the knockdown, and oh!
Nice hard tag in the Sentinel, but Sentinel taking a lot of damage here. Oh, he was gonna get the dog, and he got Strider.
And he just needs chip. Nothing. Oh, really? I thought for sure he would be able to chip him out there, but not yet. It's not over quite yet. Here comes Clockwork.
Oh,
hold on here.
Chase down that forward flip, and he's gonna level 3 to finish him off.
Hold on here. Clockwork is not yet done. If he can get a mix-up here, he might need 2 mix-ups to kill Storm.
Oh,
he got the first one.
Here we go.
He got the first one. Will he be able to do it? No. Oh! What a setup from...
What a setup from Clockwork.
Sick, man. That was sick stuff.
What do you think of his Strider? I mean, because, you know, he was the inventor of Strider Doom back in Marvel 2. Do you think that that carries over to Marvel 3?
I'm going to have to stop you right there. Clockwork, we love your Strider Doom, but actually it came from me.
Really?
But he mastered the character.
Like, you invented Strider Doom in Marvel 2?
I did.
But then he took it to the next level.
But yeah, he mastered it. He pretty much perfected that character. But knowing how he plays, I know how he came up, you know, asking me all these questions coming up like, how do I attack? How do I approach people? You know, I'm like, hey, this is a free-form game. You figure it out, and you figure it out where it doesn't hurt anymore, because a good defense keeps you from doing your best. So when he's playing Strider in this game, how many of those setups have you ever seen?
None. None. Zero.
So he's in the lab doing 1,000,001 setups, and that's his fun, and he'll never stop. So creativity is his forte with that character. Mm-hmm. So I doubt anybody today will be as creative. I'm pretty sure they'll do some of the same setups you'll see down the road, but that's what makes him. That's what separates his Strider from everybody else.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, that was a great match, and what an amazing comeback that was. And then after that, we had the Box Arena's Viscant, a.k.a. the Marvel 3 World Champion, EVO Champion 2011, going up against EG's Flow. And, you know, there was a little beef there. You know, these guys, that's a great shot, right? Poor Ari is like face palming, and Jay looks like he's not too happy with whatever just happened right there. Maybe it was like an execution error or something. But those guys went at it. They had a little bit of beef. You know, Jay, Flo had called Viscount a fraud. A Phoenix fraud. But then he came back and beat him 5-2, man. Were you surprised about that?
You know, it's the Evo champ, man. It's the Evo champ. I mean, as much as you want to call Phoenix a fraud, I mean, you got to beat that guy. You got to deal with it. It's part of the game. You got to deal with it. You know it's coming. And now we're at a game where, you know, Phoenix is somewhat toned down, per se. But it's pretty much the same result.
Right.
Same result.
She's still dangerous.
She's still dangerous.
Yeah.
The right hands, she can still do it.
Yeah, it didn't go too well. But it's okay. Maybe they can run it back later on, because that was actually the first time that they had played. They never actually played in tournaments, so this was the first time that they played with, you know, on that main stage.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's not a tournament.
Right.
So it's like the feelings and ego, that plays a big factor in these things.
Yeah.
Big factor.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was possible maybe that some people maybe got a little nervous. I mean, you know, we had a little bit of the crowd there. People were rowdy, you know, getting a little, you know, they were a little intoxicated. You know, everybody was nuts to butts in this closed space.
Nuts to butts, deep inside.
Deep inside, yeah, exactly. So we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be talking more about bar fights, SCR, and what Mr. Alex Valle has been up to recently. So sit tight, guys. We'll be right back.
Cross counter.